question is, how come we're here? Why are we here? Why is it that they have that mindset, full of filth, with no worry or concern in the world? The Torah says homosexuality is an abomination. But these so-called religious people, I'm not talking about non-religious people, we're talking about people that call themselves religious. They call themselves religious Orthodox people, yet they practice homosexuality and other abominations. Why don't they worry? Yet, the Chofetz Chaim worried. Yet, Rabbi Eliyahu Lepian worried. Yet, Rav Wasserman worried. Yet, all of the greatest sages we ever had worried. But these people, not only they don't worry, they mock anyone that does. The history doesn't have to go back to the time of Noach to know what our sages think. One of the most critical lessons that we're able to learn in our lives is what happened just a little over 7 years ago at the time of the Holocaust. Not just what Hashem's wrath looks like, but also what love of Torah looks like before and after the Holocaust. The Chofetz Chaim, alav shalom, was a ish kodesh, a quiet man, didn't speak much because he knew the value of speech and how dangerous it can be. One time when he was already over 100 years old, he showed a person, he said, look at my teeth. He said, count how many teeth I have. He said, you see, I have every single tooth. Not a single cavity, not a single filling, not a single missing tooth. He says, you know why? Because this mouth never said anything forbidden. I wish we could all say the same. But this very same Chofetz Chaim, in the Sefer, in the book called Siberia, the personal testimony of Rabbeinu Gershom Klivansky, he says that he once heard the Chofetz Chaim make a public announcement. Anyone who sends their children to public schools with the Goyim in Russia, needless to say in America or anywhere else, anyone who sends their children to public schools with Goyim is likened to someone who brings their children as a sacrifice to Molech. Molech is one of the famous idols in the biblical times. There was an idol that fools would bring their children as sacrifices to them, killed their own children as a sacrifice. And the Chofetz Chaim, that never said a single word that was not allowed, says anyone that takes their kids, sends their kids to public school, is likened to someone that's bringing a sacrifice to Molech. Not just any sacrifice. Your child is a sacrifice to Molech. Just so you know, the Midrash Me'am Loez, written by Rav Culi 300 years ago, says exactly the same thing. In Parashat Yitro, where he talks about the 10 commandments, in the commandment that discusses idolatry, he says, anyone that sends their Jewish children to public schools, to the schools of the non-Jews, is committing 100% idol worship. They're going to go up to Shamayim, say, you go to the idol worship section. What section is that? That section is no share of the world to come section. That's the section. Yeah, but I gave a lot of tzedakah. Yeah, we gave you reward for that in the regular world. Now you're in a world that there is no world. What does that no world mean? Genom permanently. That's what it means. Why? But I only send my kid to public school for only 10 years. Okay, 10 years. You ruined his whole life. Unless your kid saved you by doing tshuva and so on, which you should pray for every single day. For your kids to do tshuva if you send them to public school. But the point being is Chofetz Chaim said the same exact thing.